just a for fun kind of scrim between my friends, and they're two different teams. So I'm just doing this because it's good practice for me, and maybe I can provide some good feedback. I can watch the VODs, maybe see what I think about how they draft, how they play, and I will admit I'm gonna take a much more casual approach with this one, just because it's not a league game, although I still will be trying to practice. In this game I'm focusing on good analysis, because good analysis will help these teams out a lot more than, say, just like making all their little plays sound terribly exciting. But I will try to be a little bit energetic. That's something I have also been working on, and let's see if I'm able to do a good service to these guys, make them feel like, I don't know, that maybe help them learn something about how they play. And Invoker will probably be banned, but the team that I favor just coming out of this is Virgo Cluster, but we'll see. But Virgo Cluster actually banning out the Lone Druid, a hero I don't think anyone on Oozma Kappa really plays, but the hero is very strong right now, so a safe ban, and that's certainly what their captain Gomibako is thinking about. Less of what do they play and more of what's strong right now, what heroes are really good right now. And Invoker is the response ban, so really nothing surprising coming out from these first two picks or bans. Alright, so there was something I needed to do, but I completely forgot what it was.
5 seconds remaining.
Anyways, Virgo, waiting on their ban, could probably take out the Outworld or the Death Prophet, both heroes very strong. And yes, they are going to ban the Death Prophet. Oozma Kappa could ban out Outworld. That's probably the best ban. I doubt we'll see Chen or even Earth Spirit, who is a ridiculously strong hero right now, but high skill and maybe not something terribly appealing to the dire squad of Virgo. And instead they're going to ban out Ember Spirit, and Virgo immediately picking Oracle, this hero, very popular. Didn't even have to think about it. And it would have been a good first phase ban, but Oozma Kappa didn't think about it and instead want to ban out the Ember Spirit, and Lifestealer decent against the Oracle. And Alchemist, this is already so greedy it hurts. I know what they're doing. This is a terrible idea. I bet they pick Pudge. No, wait, no, never mind. That's the wrong thing. But already a super greedy draft. It's going to be a Jungle Lifestealer, I'm sure. Well, maybe mid-alch and safe Lifestealer. That's really the correct way to play it. It's still greedy and still kiteable. Virgo Cluster could just pick like an Earthshaker and laugh at you while they kite your draft forever. Or like a Venomancer would actually be pretty good. And Venomancer is not a great hero. So if Venomancer is good against your draft, there's something you might want to be a little worried about. But again, this is mostly just for fun. I'll be talking more about Virgo's draft, as Virgo are the team that really want to improve, whereas Oozma Kappa just doing this for fun. And actually AA, a very good pick here, shuts down the Alchemist ult healing and shuts down Lifestealer's self-healing. So I like this pick a lot. Will be a very good pick. I was actually kind of surprised to see the AA this early. I don't think Oozma Kappa would have thought to ban it, but it is possible that they would in the end, but we'll see. Now, OD's still in the pool, but they're not going to pick it. Oozma Kappa won't pick it. Virgo Cluster might leave it in so that they can grab it. Oozma Kappa should ban out the Outworld Devourer. That hero will be devastating against them, and it's something that they need to be worried about. Witch Doctor banned this hero. Pretty good, and I mean, it's just a good hero, but I don't know if they needed to ban it thanks to the AA being in the pool. But Oozma Kappa actually banning out Tidehunter themselves. I think that's a little interesting, but I mean, they shouldn't pick, Oozma Kappa shouldn't pick Tide. They need like a Darkseer, and maybe Virgo should actually ban the Darkseer. So Virgo, I would like to see them ban out Darkseer. Maybe Spirit Breaker, but not that bad. Mostly Darkseer. So right now, Oozma Kappa need to win lanes. If Oozma Kappa lose lanes, they've lost the game almost without a doubt. There is no hope if they lose the laning stage, I think, and Virgo going to ban out the Shadow Shaman, a hero that could have actually been pretty good with a Lifestealer and Alchemist on its side to tear through these heroes. But I would have rather seen the Darkseer ban. I think that would be better. And I think Oozma Kappa will try to grab the Darkseer. Maybe like a... Just because I know these players, they might grab like a Timber, but that's terrible. And yeah, Oozma, yeah, that was obvious. And I have a horrible feeling. And here's my horrible feeling. Oozma Kappa's going to pick Pudge. And they're going to do the cheese where they give an Ags to Lifestealer. Lifestealer eats Pudge. They cast Ion Shell on Lifestealer's Ancient. Lifestealer goes Radiance, or someone goes Radiance, and they just run around with the Juggernaut. A very good pick, and sorry for going over the cheese, but please, I knew it. Oozma Kappa, as soon as it was the Lifestealer and the Alk, I knew what they were doing, but it's not going to be easy against the team of Virgo. They have very good tools to deal with it, but this is a kind of a test. If Virgo get cheesed down like this, there maybe some things they need to work on, but
seconds remaining.
Virgo could grab the OD. I think they should grab the OD.
5 seconds remaining.
Maybe a Razor, but OD would chunk through these enemy heroes with his pure damage. There's also... Death Prophet's gone. Yeah, OD. I would like Virgo to pick OD. Maybe an offlane Earthshaker. Axe wouldn't be bad, but they're actually going to go Wind Ranger. And there's a lot of melee heroes, but I would much rather have seen the Outworld Devourer. The Banish on any of these enemy heroes would be really strong, especially the Alk when he's trying to throw a Concoction. And they're all very low intelligence heroes, so the OD would be doing a lot of damage and just devastating them with his Arcane Orb. So I can't remember what the final pick is here for Oozma Kappa. There's like one other, it was like Necro or something. They just like breathe around people and they take damage and die, but Oozma Kappa need to be on the lookout for a strong offlaner, like take out maybe the Clockwork. Maybe get rid of a Doom, actually. Could be pretty annoying for Oozma Kappa to deal with. But Virgo need to go aggressive early. Make sure that they never get the Ags, never get the Radiance, and just never let Oozma Kappa do their cheese.
Dire team ban.
I'm a little disappointed in Oozma Kappa. I'm gonna be honest. Disappointed that you let them, and I know you know who I'm talking about. That they let you, that they talked you into doing this garbage. I can't believe you. You're weak-willed. You're weak-willed is what you are. But hopefully Virgo will be able to. I'm rooting for Virgo in case you can't tell, but. Virgo could ban Spirit Breaker. I know it's a hero that is really, or even Ogre Magi might not be bad. I mean, I'm just thinking of heroes that the people on Oozma Kappa play. For real reasons, I would probably ban, like, Dazzle. No, you don't need to ban Dazzle when you have AA. Maybe Abaddon would be a decent ban, though. Yeah, Abba might not be a bad ban, but then there's 5 melee heroes, and Virgo will just kite them forever, because none of them are going to be getting a blink. And yeah, actually, I'd like the Dazzle ban, but it's okay. But with AA, it feels a little unnecessary, although it's still good. I mean, Dazzle still has strengths outside of being able to heal. I feel like Oozma Kappa are going to grab an Abaddon. I think Abaddon would be really good. But they do need a range hero, so Razor or Viper wouldn't be bad. Range support, like Crystal Maid might be okay. Something selfless. Something that can solo support and not be sad. No, Pudge will be playing the other support. Yeah. Yeah, Pudge will be playing the other support. So, yeah, like a Crystal Maid might not be bad. Or if they want to get all skill, they could pick Mirana. They could also pick like a Lion or a Lena, something with good damage. But I don't really know what else goes with this cheese. I mean, Abba feels like it'd be pretty good. But who knows? Oozma Kappa digging into the reserve time. Maybe gonna grab a Techies or something dumb. Something that won't work very well against Virgo's team. but actually a Warlock. So they're gonna... Oh, that makes sense. You upheaval and Fatal Bond. So a Fatal Bond's upheaval Golem, and then they just stand there and burn you to death. But Virgo Cluster's draft, very well put together, very carefully crafted, very not greedy, whereas Oozma Kappa need to win every lane, and they need to win every lane hard. They need to win every lane, have stacks in the jungle, get early towers, and find lots of early objectives to actually make this work. Virgo Cluster just need to survive the laning phase, get 1 or 2 kills, get decent farm on their cores, and they should be off to a good start, and apply pressure with the Oracle and the AA on the Warlock in the mid lane. So I'll be doing team introductions once we get loaded in all the way. Okay, Virgo Cluster looks like one player may have DC'd or something like that. If Virgo plays this correctly, this game will be over extremely quickly.
5 seconds remaining.
Alright, so I'm going to start introductions of Virgo Cluster playing on the Dire, and looks like there's a bit of lag going on. I might have actually just disconnected, but we'll find out in just a second. Boop, 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 boop. Yeah, there is a serious lag spike. Oh, it looks like, yes, I did in fact disconnect. Alright, so we're back, but... okay, so on the side of Virgo, Gomibako, their captain, playing Ancient Apparition, a hero he's been practicing with quite a bit, and a hero he enjoys. Slats on the Wind Ranger, Lysergi on the Juggernaut, Max Hot Cow, I'm going to call him Hot Cow, on the Oracle, and last but not least, John, playing the Slardar. Whereas on the side of Virgo Cluster, we have Amir's father's tiny, spindly legs. So Amir on Lifestealer, Clint Big Douche, Big Woods, sorry, I didn't mean to say that, on Darkseer, the Innocent Priestess of Hate on Pudge, Berserker Lamia, Lawaya on Alchemist, and the real Bubby playing Warlock. This game is going to be
30 seconds
very interesting. But I really do give the edge to Virgo. I mean, so much has to happen for Oozma Kappa to, like, succeed in this. There's Juggernaut spin. It's like a fight will be breaking out over this rune. Will the Berserker get this rune? And no, Slardar actually got the rune, and they get first blood, and Innocent Priestess could be in trouble too. Although it doesn't look like they have any lockdown, but Fortune's End, cooling down in 1 second. They really want him. And they will be getting the 2-second duration on that, and that should be enough time for him to get in range for a crush, but just gonna miss the crush, so unfortunate, but definitely worth it for Virgo Cluster, and no rune for these alchemists, so he's off to a much slower start than he would like to be, and he also died, so really poor start for him. Looks like there's no hero in the offlane yet for either team. John, almost level 2. And let's take a look at the last hits. So, offlane, Innocent Priestess going top. And the Sergi going up there. His support's also rotating now. Looks like they're just going to camp the Warlock here and spam Shadow Word. Might not be a bad play. This Pudge is going to be in the danger zone, I think. 2 ranged supports ready to zone him out. It's going to be a very difficult lane for him. And did someone just die? Did Alk die? Wait, why does it say that? Is this still from First Blood? Yeah, wow, that's been up there for a long time. Berserker getting harassed down, has a salve, and the Warlock to just spam heals, but now Warlock also getting very low. The bot lane, Amir farming up decently, but Slardar will be getting levels here, uncontested, and the fast level 6 on Slardar could be very scary. Clint Bigwood throwing Ion Shell on creeps, trying to pull. Popped his own Clarity. I don't know what he's up to. I guess he was trying to stack so he can farm that up later, but...
We'll take that.
Looks like a support Darkseer. They really should have Darkseer in the off and the Pudge supporting. Pudge is going to very possibly die up here. Clint Bigwood trying to get this farm for himself, so doing a pretty good job right there, but might actually... needs to be kind of careful. Could die to the creeps. He's going to get a few love these last hits, so not bad for Clint. Although now he's a little low. He needs to back off. Does not have a salve, so he has to walk back to base. Not worth it. That is definitely not worth it at all. I really think he should have at least started a salve if he was going to do that. Because now he has to walk back to base, then either TP or walk all the way back. In either case, extremely inefficient. I mean, Amir on the Lifestealer gonna get some levels, gonna get some decent farm so far, but is it gonna be worth it? I mean, look at this Priestess zoned out decently, not really hard, but is zoned out. Juggernaut, same level as Priestess. Lawaya, Berserker Lawaya, doing pretty well in mid. Berserker has okay CS and is an Alk, so we'll get good farm. The supports need to be stacking for the Alk, so Alk can just Acid Spray and move on with his life. And Priestess should be able to walk away from this just fine, but is being further zoned out by the supports of Virgo. Amir and John both off to good starts in this lane, but Amir more last hits than John. Warlock level 2, don't know what spell he's going to start. Needs to be careful not to just get blown up by this Wind Ranger. She popped her Fairy Fire, running down bot, and actually going to find a regen rune. May just choose to pop it now, try to heal up. It's like everyone is having a collective issue with lags. While that's happening, I may tab out and browse Reddit. But on a serious note, the lanes are not... they're going okay for Oozma Kappa, but they need to be getting like a lot of kills too. It's still going to take... he's going Midas and isn't terribly far off of it. He will actually have it fairly soon as long as he doesn't die. And he shouldn't. He's maxing Feast. I do not like that usually. It's pretty good, but Open Wounds max is a lot better for kill potential. Then again, Oozma Kappa have basically 0 kill potential since the Pudge is in the offlane. And that's the massive flaw with having Pudge in the offlane in this situation. It should be the Darkseer instead, because Pudge is the only hero on your team with early game kill potential to set up for his team. I mean, Alk too, but Alk going the full greed build. And this Warlock does not have any points in Upheaval yet. So there's basically 0 kill potential. So I guess in this situation, maxing Feast is okay. But Virgo, probably not going to have to worry about anything for a while. Slats knows he's not in any danger yet. He knows he has the regen rune bottled, so we'll be able to heal up to full. Priestess level 3. And it's same level as the supports on the side of Virgo. Amir needs to be careful. Tanked up some tower hits. Is level 6 though. But now Slardar also level 6, so both of these heroes down here very high level. Darkseer jungling. So it is a jungle Darkseer, I guess. And Wind Ranger just solo killed the Alchemist in mid, even with Warlock there. Warlock not still only 1 point in Shadow Word. No, is she getting stats? I actually think they just pointed stats. Huh. Clint Bigwood trying to pull the lane, and a creep has been infested up. Pudge might be looking for a hook, but without Dismember might just get himself killed, so honestly should just be content to soak. Not even worry about last hits. Get what you can, of course, but don't put yourself in a really dangerous situation. Gomibako securing the bot rune for his Wind Ranger. Knows that if they shut down this Alchemist, they have a very good chance at winning this game. If they force the Lifestealer to go in Ags of his own before the strategy can like lift off, then he knows they'll like win. Honestly, he should just like Crush to farm, kill that creep, because Crush does plenty of damage. Force him out with the Crush, then just sprint away. Invisible slats now. Might look for something. Should have been spotted out yet. It did get spotted out there. Warlock finally has a point in upheaval. And it looks like that was basically what happened down bot, but Priest is level 5. Juggernaut also level 5. The support Oracle roaming around the map. They're looking for this Alk and will very likely find him. He's going to get stunned up and gets burned by the Oracle, who actually is going to go down himself, but barely able to survive. Going to pop his heal on himself. Is the Warlock damage going to be enough? The Oracle healing just barely negating it. And now with the Tango, he should very barely survive this and purges it off. So well played from Max, and Innocent Priestess going down from a solo Omni Slash against the Juggernaut.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The only hero farming decent, really, I mean, besides the Alk, who's just getting gold thanks to being Alk, and it looks like he's also going to be going a Midas. Amir needs to be a little careful. Could get harassed up pretty bad by this Crush, and yeah, taking a lot of damage. We'll probably just have to infest into a creep. Darkseer trying to farm up, just still jungling, level 5, but so not doing terrible. And Amir going to get popped by John. Looks like John may actually receive a small heal from the Oracle. And actually instead they smoke up. It looks like they're looking for someone. Clint Bigwood, very low. Not a good game for him. I mean, he's got 1k gold. Could grab a soul ring, though, and that's should be good. And the real Bubby going to die in mid lane, so Virgo was dominating this game. And it doesn't look like they will ever get to do their cheese. But Slats might go down here. And Shackled and may actually be okay. So no mana for the hook, and Slats barely surviving on 60 hit points. So not quite able to get themselves on the board yet. So okay, things are looking pretty bad for them. But Virgo executing their draft very well, laning very, very well. And this looks like it might be the PRM build, so very old school, except he's getting points in spin. And nowadays, I am a huge advocate for max spin first. I think that is like the best possible way to play Juggernaut right now, is to max the spin. And these Midas is a little slower than I think OK would like. Midas finished on the Alk, but still not yet on the Lifestealer, who really should have his by now. Shackled up, but it's going to miss. Amp damage, plus Wind Run, and now they're going to maybe kill this creep. Missing the Shackle shot. Crushing, and yeah, Amir going to die, so nice attempt, but now his Midas even further behind. Bigwood. Maybe they're looking for Gomibako. No mana for the hook, but we'll have enough mana in about 1 second for that hook. Oh no, never mind. I thought it was 120, but it is 130. John closing it on a Blink Dagger. And Darkseer still only level 5. Berserker trying to farm up that Ancient stack very, very slowly with his Acid Spray, so that he can try to build more of a lead. Like just get a ton of gold, maybe get the Ags on the hero they need the Ags on. But that Blink Dagger will be coming for John very, very soon, and once it does, nowhere will be safe for OK, who are an incredibly immobile team and really have zero way to deal with the Wind Ranger. Their magical damage is non-existent, besides I guess Pudge, but with any kind of backup whatsoever, she should survive in the end. Oracle level 5, rank 3 Purifying Flame, 270 damage nuke. So honestly, I think the real Bubby is in serious danger of just getting blown up by like a power shot, which does 360, 270, and maybe getting hit by the Fortune's End right as the heal happens. Mr. G now spin on cooldown for a few seconds, but his ult up, and now just going to right-click the Innocent Priestess, and Priestess needs to back off. Knows that an Omni Slash might be coming, and does not, and knows that will not survive. That he will not survive the Omni, thanks to, and Juggernaut actually off to a great start, 62 CS at 11 minutes. And Amir, who was doing very well, suddenly in a pretty bad spot, has his Midas on the way, but 11 minute 30 Midas is not really acceptable for a lifestealer who was solo for a long time and actually didn't die till very far into the game. But looks like there is another lag spike on the side of OK, so hopefully that gets resolved very, very soon. So this game going about as I kind of thought it would. I mean, but again, OK, just kind of in it to have some fun, but Virgo trying to test their mettle. It's a bit unfortunate that OK aren't taking it even a little bit seriously, because Virgo aren't going to learn very much from this game. And I know they're going to start competing in a new league, and the practice will be very valuable to them. So it looks like they're waiting for a roommate to finish downloading something. And once that finishes, maybe they can continue on with their for fun game. Looks like we are unpausing Real Bubby, Warlock, level 5. Focus Fire ready, but doesn't want to use it. Knows they have Fortification. Blink Dagger now finished on Slardar, so the game going to become very dangerous for these heroes. And I really don't think John needs to be afraid of this Lifestealer at all. But Clint Bigwood is nearby. Amir really wants it, but they're not. There's no way that they find that kill. Priestess finds a kill on Gomibako, hooks him under tower, and unfortunately, AA does go down. So the first kill on the board at long last. Now he's Soul Ring for the Pudge, so he's going to be looking for another hook, I think. Trying to get Max Hot Cow this time. The Oracle, a very squishy hero.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Fortification popped a little early as the Dire were not even attacking the tower. Double damage on the Real Bubby, and hopefully Warlock will find level 6 soon. That Warlock will going to be pretty important. Level 5 on AA, and almost halfway to 6 on the Oracle, and the False Promise will be a very important spell for them. And Priestess manages to deny himself at the last second against the Juggernaut spin, so, but this will very likely be a tier 1 tower falling. Somewhere on the map a tier 1 tower is going to fall.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant's middle
And now they do have Fortify for the top tower, but it will probably go down anyways. And in fact, they're not actually going to pop Fortify. And they do at the last possible second. Maybe they're going to try to TP someone in for the deny, but if they do, that person could just die. And tower lasted for Juggernaut, who is going for the Battle Fury and is very, very close now. If he goes the... Actually, he might be able to finish it very soon. Let's see. Oh, and Wind Ranger just killed Clint Bigwood. But the Battle Fury on the Juggernaut will be coming very soon. And unfortunately, the mini Golem body blocks the hook. And at the same time, the Real Bubby could be in trouble. Has Golem, needs to drop it, and not able to mid-animation of the Golem, and gets popped. They know that he's in that creep. They're going to hang out nearby. They want to kill him. Priestess will probably try to get a hook, but if he does, might just go down. And does get shackled up, but not going to be able to do anything. So they're rotating a lot of heroes down here. Wall of Replica probably going to be committed by Clint Bigwood, though. I don't think that's wise. I think they really could just forfeit this tower and back off. They need to get a hook on the Oracle, otherwise False Promise is going to come out, and they're not going to be able to get the kill. They need to be careful going out here. That Blink Dagger on the Slardar. But no ult on Gomibako, and they decide, and Virgo decide, ultimately the best decision is probably to back off, get farm, get levels. We know our Juggernaut is like ridiculously far ahead. Only needs 500 more gold for his Battle Fury, and this spin, he may just be able to find it very, very soon. Getting a kill, like wiping out this creep camp, will get him that Battle Fury very soon. In fact, it may get him just about 100 gold away after he clears out the camp. And Wind Ranger finishing her Ags very early, so a quick Ags on this Wind Ranger at 15 minutes. And same story for this Juggernaut, very quick. Might just choose to sell a Stout Shield to finish it off. So we have yet another pause, gonna be waiting out, chilling out. Priestess looking for something in the mid, but the only hero there is Gomibako, who will be level 6 very shortly. If not this creep, then one more creep and he'll be level 6, and the AA Blast is gonna be pretty spooky. That'll be a very strong spell for VC to use, and Virgo, if they maximize the effect, and Slardar almost level 11, the amp damage goes from 10 to 15 minus armor. Real Baby still has Golem, died before he was able to pop at that time, but alright, looks like we're getting back underway. Alchemist still almost has the Ags, so we'll be able to give the Ags to one of his teammates very soon, so not a bad timing. GPM is good just because you're Alchemist, and that's, I guess, why you picked that hero and that cheese. I would actually rather see them give the Ags to the Warlock, not even the Pudge. I know they want their cheese, but Crush connecting, and they're going to back off. I kind of think they could have taken that fight. I don't think they had any real reason to be afraid. They're very, very far ahead. If we look at net worth, the only person beating anyone on the enemy team is, Real Bubby going to go down, maybe committing Golem for just that, but no, not going to do that. Just get right-click to death. And Ags finished on the Wind Ranger, and they should give it to the Witch Stalk, or the Warlock, but they're going to give it to the Lifestealer, and that's, I know it's because they want to do their cheese, but Wind Ranger might just be able to run away from them. No, gets hooked back, and probably going to die. Wonder what she's doing now. Clint Bigwood shackled up. She's able to stay out of sight, and she is. AA Blast, and now Berserker in trouble. A good two-man crush, and Priest is going to go down too. Clint Bigwood trying to find something, but should not be here, making a huge mistake being where he is. Now Amir shackled up, and it looks like Clint Bigwood could be joining his friends underground very soon. And a good crush, and Clint Bigwood going to die, popped by Max, and a horrible fight for OK. Their team just not ready to fight yet, and unfortunately VC are more than ready to fight right now. And Warlock popped by the Juggernaut. This rough game for the Real Bubby. Skill build a little weird too, I feel like. I don't know. Let's see, 3, 5. I guess they got stats at a level on accident or something. Oracle can heal himself up and is going to do just that. Going to probably walk into the healing ward to accelerate his healing by quite a bit. And the top tower going to be popped by VC. So they're building a pretty significant gold lead in this past couple minutes. Finding all their core items. Juggernaut will be closing in on a Yasha if he wants it. And yes, he wants it. So Clint Bigwood, only the Arcane Boots. Arcane Boots on Gomibako. I think that's pretty interesting. Usually you see Tranquils on an AA. I don't really... I'll have to ask him later, but it's going to be... Oh, and looks like they're trying to start the cheese, but is it going to be enough? With that Focus Fire, they can just kill the creep so fast, and they can amp it, damage it, and... Max needs to be careful. I think they should amp damage this, like now, and kill it. Yeah. It's amped up, so we're going to take a lot of damage. Getting Focus Fired. John needs to get the hell away from there. They pop the heal on him, and yeah, a good drop from John. Probably going to pop here, but looks like it could still be very good for his team. Shackle doesn't connect, but the double purge does, and now that's 1 kill. Slats on the run, is tethered up to a creep, but will just barely survive, and now Spin coming out on Amir, but a good stun from the real Bubby, making sure that that connects, but Amir walking right into an AA blast, and the real Bubby going to go down as well. I don't know what Clint Bigwood is doing here. He needs to be careful. He could die. So, OK's cheese strat not really working. Slardar functions very well against it, because he can amp damage the creeper inside and kill it. And the 100 gold for 150 gold for the Juggernaut. Slats has a blink dagger now, so things looking kind of crazy. And Berserker Loaya probably going for another Ags. I think he should, because Warlock will never get an Ags this game. Warlock does not have brown boots, so give that to your Warlock, and then it'll really help the Warlock. But this Lifestealer, I mean, the stats are nice, but the Ags upgrade itself is actually pretty bad. I get the cheese, but it doesn't work against a team like this, because they knew that it was coming. Probably the entire draft they knew that it was coming after the Lifestealer and Alk picks. Crush on the Innocent Priestess, she could be in trouble. Amped up, has hook, has dismember, but going to get purged up. AA blast on the way, going to not connect, and a deny does happen, but so a good deny from Innocent Priestess, getting those off in a good time. But ultimately, his team can't win fights without him. He needs to start with a hook, and otherwise there's not a lot of strength to their draft. They have no catch, no blink dagger on the Darkseer. Bako really wants to go behind their tower, looking for the Darkseer. They in fact found the Darkseer, but Clint Bigwood going to pop very quickly here. Yeah, he just explodes. So, and now VC going for the Roche. Easy, quick Roshan for them. Amp damage, and yes, it is going to go down very fast. Rin Ranger grabbing the Aegis, so now she can just lead, and with that haste rune, she might look for someone. She has a blink dagger. Great shackle. AA Blast going to connect on 2 heroes, not 3, but Omni Slash comes out. Real Bubby going to have to be very careful. Priestess should be able to get away. A hook goes out on Max, so but Amir running off now inside this creep.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And there's a blink, and they do find Amir and just quick hits, and he's dead too. So this Wind Ranger doing a really good job, and unfortunately for OK, it's like this game is pretty much completely out of their control now. They have nothing really going for them. I mean, Alk will have a Radiance very soon, I suppose, but there's not that much otherwise going for them. And I mean, Lifestealer wants a Radiance too for this strategy. Maybe if this Alk can get like super far ahead and can just farm with the Radiance, do the Manta Octarine split push build, because they won't ever be able to fight. Maybe then, but probably not. I mean, again, this is a scrim just for fun, and VC just dominating this so far. Moon Ranger ult firing now. Vlad's finished on the Alk. Fortification comes down. Spin popped a good double stun and an awesome shackle on Amir. So just 2 quickly dead heroes, and well played from VC, finding those 2 kills with extreme ease and maybe a bit of poor positioning from OK. It looks like this will be a lane of Rax, but no, they're just going to call GG. They know it's over. There's like a 20k gold lead just about. And you know, if they do another one, I'm going to stand in and like actually try to make them achieve, but we'll see. So VC doing a great job this game, executing their draft exactly the way it was meant to be used, and unfortunately, OK, unable to get their strategy rolling. I understand what they were trying to do, but it's just way too greedy. And against a well-rounded team like VC, who drafted something that only needs a couple items to come online, whereas your team needs many, many, many items to come online, it's just pretty easy to see where this went wrong, like in terms of, it's usually not the draft. Like 99% of the time, a game, more like 95% of the time, a game is not lost because of the draft. This was a game that was lost because of the draft, and also pretty poor execution from OK, but So well played from Virgo Cluster, and good luck to them when they start playing in actual tournament games. Again, this was just a scrimmage, and if anyone's watching and wants to scrim against Virgo Cluster, I can probably hook you up with their captain, or at least the team member of theirs that I know, and you guys could scrim them. I'm sure they'd really appreciate it. It would force them to get better. And anyways, good game. So I wonder if we're gonna do